And welcome again to another class. And
Hello.
today is time, right now it's time to grammar class. Yes?
Class.
So, before I start with the topic from today, I have a little activity here. Yes? And pay attention about what you have to do, right? So, I'm gonna show you some flashcards. Yes, I'm gonna show you some flashcards. I don't know if you can see. Yes.
I can see a
There.
woman washing her hair.
Okay. Yes, of course. So now I'm gonna ask for a person, right, to say a sentence using this picture. But this person has to use the pattern of simple present and simple past, right? Like for example, if I say, okay, Gabriela, tell me a sentence in past tense using this picture. That person must say a sentence using that picture using past. And if I say, like for example, yes, wait, I'm giving instruction. These are just examples. And if I say, like for example, Sebastian, right? Okay, if I say, Sebastian, tell me a sentence using this picture in present tense. Sebastian have to say a sentence using this picture in present tense. Okay, Miguel Avila, do you have something to say?
I can do the first one.
Okay, I'm gonna choose. And I'm gonna choose the people who is not paying attention to participate. Yes? And also, right, if you commit a mistake, do not worry because we're here for learn. Yes? And other people can help, right, to the ones who commit mistakes. Yes? Do you understand? Do you understand, guys? Raise your hand if
Yes.
you do not understand.
Porque
Okay.
me entiendo.
Okay, then let's start then. And I'm gonna ask first to Gleanies. Let's start with Gleanies. Gleanies, could you see the picture first? Could you see the picture? Yes or not?
Yes.
Okay, Gleanies.
Yes.
Use this picture to say a sentence in past tense. Using past tense. Hurry up, you have 5 seconds. 5,
I want Mr.
The
Four, three.
the forest. Ay, no, mister, yo no sé.
you don't know.
Mr.
Okay.
I have one.
Bayran. Okay, Bayran. 5, 4.
Yesterday the forest have raining.
Sorry?
Have
Could you
yesterday it rains.
yesterday?
It rains.
Yes.
Rain.
Good job. Good job.
Mister, I have a sentence.
Let's give a clap to Bayran, please. Let's give a clap to Bayran, please. Okay. Let's continue then. And I'm gonna ask to Kenneth. Oh, Kenneth. Okay, Kenneth. Could you see the picture? No? What about
Yo
now?
ya lo entendí, es algo complicada de verla, pero ya sé cómo es.
Sí, Mr. Yo también sé cómo es.
I don't see the picture.
Okay, that this is a person that is climbing something, a mountain. Yes.
I can see it.
Estaba de rodillas
Okay, wait.
llorando por su bicicleta que se rompió.
Okay, let's do something else.
Sí, Mister, se ve como alguien que está llorando solo
Okay,
porque su bicicleta
Bayram,
se
please
quebró.
pay attention and turn off your microphone. Okay, Kenneth. What about now, Kenneth?
It's like a boy that is taking a piece of.
It's a gift. It's a gift.
Yes, it's a gift.
So,
Ibas a decir
now, Kenneth, use this picture to say a sentence in present tense. Present, using present tense.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Kenneth? Okay,
Mr.
Ángeles
I
I
Alonso.
know,
Mr. I
mister.
have one.
I
Ángeles.
have one.
Hola, cámara.
I said Ángeles.
Y entonces, ¿por qué me quitó y silenciado a mí?
If I don't say your name, please turn off your microphone. Just for the
Today,
people who I asked for. Okay, Kenneth? Okay, Kenneth is here again. Okay, Kenneth?
today is the birthday of Sam, and I am going to give he a gift.
Okay, so do you have to pay attention to the patterns that you are using creating your sentences, right? Like for example, Bayron says yesterday, right? So yesterday is in past. Yes. And what about now with Kenneth? Kenneth says today, and when we say today, we're talking about present, right? But the
Present.
sentence of Kenneth used future tense because he said, I'm going to. Yes, and we're talking about present. And an example, it could be, I give a present to my brother. Like for example, that is in present tense. Let's continue then, and I'm gonna list. We are going to listen to Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel. Take a look at it, and then you have to create a sentence using present tense. Present tense.
I go to the house of I I go to the house of my friend and I give a box that he Mister, ¿cómo se dice? Pesa mucho en inglés.
Heavy, heavy.
Very heavy, so much, and I can done I can done. Uh,
Okay, so
no, Mister, ya se me olvidó.
okay, someone else who wants to help Gabriel.
I
No,
Mr.
another person that hasn't participated. Better you participate already, so let's give change to the other people. Let's listen then to Gabriela. Gabriela, could you please help to Gabriel? Because your names are like the same. Okay, Gabriela?
This is too heavy.
Yes, of course.
This is
Simple as that.
very heavy.
Yes, of course. Simple as that. This package is heavy. Or is too heavy. Good job. Let's give a clap to Gabriela and Gabriel, please. Everybody, let's give a clap. Okay, good job. So now we're going to listen to, let's listen to Mr. President. Okay, Mr. President. You all of you know who is Mr. President, right? Do you remember? Yes.
Miguel Ávila.
Yes.
Miguel Ávila.
So Miguel, take a look at it, at the picture, and then tell me a sentence using this picture in past tense. Using past tense.
Good. I do my homework or no. I did my homework of math using that instruments.
Yes, of course. I did. You notice he uses, right? Did, because did is the past of do. Yes, let's give a clap to Miguel, please. Let's give a clap to Miguel, everybody. Okay, let's continue then. Let's continue then. And I'm gonna ask to Khaled. Khaled, please.
Parece un
Khaled.
pitufo.
Come on, Khaled. We are in class right now. You have to respect me and you have to respect your partners. Yes? Please pay attention.
Yes.
And focus in the class. Okay, Khaled. Now, take a look at the picture. And now you have to tell me a sentence using past tense. Sorry?
Mister, I don't understand that picture.
I think that he's building something. He's building something.
Is building a house of
Oh.
blocks.
Yes, using blocks.
I went to my friend's house and he was building a pyramid of wooden of wood.
Yes, of course. So, good job.
It's
Let's
like
give
the
a-
symbol of Zelda.
Let's give a clap, please, to Caleb. Everybody. Yes. So let's continue then. Let's continue then. Right. And I'm gonna ask to Angela. Could you please, Angela? Could you please say a sentence using present tense?
Present tense. Okay.
Yes.
Espérame, mister, que no me sale usted.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Ya lo vi. The girl is,
The
¿cómo
girl
se dice? Cepillar.
brush.
The girl brush that thing.
Yes, of course. The girl brushes her teeth. Yes, of course. Let's give a clap to Angela, please. Everybody. Okay, so last person, and I'm gonna choose Brisa. Brisa, you will be the last person. And Brisa, please take a look at the picture. Yes, we can observe a rocket, right? So now tell me a sentence using past tense. Hey, Brisa, are you ready? Are you ready, Brisa? Where is Brisa? I can see. Okay, let's listen then to. Okay, now let's listen then to. Let's listen to Andrea Larissa. Okay, Andrea Larissa. Take a look at the picture and then tell me a sentence using past tense.
Astronauts like to go in rockets.
Could you repeat again because I couldn't hear you?
Astronauts like to go in rockets.
Okay, astronauts like to go in rockets. Okay, that's correct because you use like in past tense. So we will stop here, guys. Oh, okay, let's do the last one. Let's do the last one. And I'm gonna ask to Diego Betancourt. Please take a look at the picture, Diego Betancourt. Yes? And tell me a sentence using this picture in present tense.
Aléjale un poco más, por favor.
Okay, Diego?
Ah, no, es que tenía el micrófono apagado.
Okay.
¿Me escucha?
Yes, now.
The woman washes her hair.
Okay, good job. The woman washes her hair. Okay, let's give a round of applause, please, to all the people who participate in this activity. You did a good job. You did a good job, guys. So, now, okay, now, so, now let's continue then with the topic. So, Which do you think is the topic for today? Which do you think is the topic for today?
Present
And
and past
present
tense.
tense.
Okay, we
Present and
will be
past
Present and
talking
tense.
past
about,
tense.
listen, we will be talking about tenses. And from this week, we will be talking about tenses. And for today, we will be talking about present and past tense. So, as you notice, we use some patterns, right? We can call patterns when we are talking about present and we were talking about past. Like, for example, some patterns in past, it could be yesterday, right? Last week, last year, 3 years ago, right? And some
A
patterns
thousand
we
years
use
ago.
present, right? We can use today, right now,
Right now.
huh? And you know all of this we use, right? So, eh, Carlos and Leticia, right? And Brisa as well, you know that you have to be with your camera, right? So, I'm gonna show you this presentation, the presentation, right? So get ready, please, with your notebook, your practice book, in order you to take note. Yes?
Okay, mister.
So if you can see the presentation, can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
Mm,
which is the topic?
Verb
Verb
tense.
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 When we're talking about tense, we're talking about time, right? And verb is
Read.
the verb that we use, right, to say sentences or
Los
create
tiempos
sentences.
verbales.
Yes, of course. So here we have a little description about the topic. Could you please, Angeles, read?
Mr. I can read.
Angeles, Angeles said, I said Angeles.
Verbs.
Sorry. Okay.
Verbs come in three tense.
Sorry.
Verbs come in three tenses.
Come on, wait. I don't know what is happening with this presentation. Okay. Now tell me.
Verbs come in three tenses, past, present, and future. The past is used to describe things
To describe things.
What
that have already happened earlier in day, yesterday, last week, 3 years ago. The present tense is used to describe things that are happening right now or things that are continuous.
Yes, of course. So when we're talking about a past, right? We describe things that happened when? Yesterday, right? Last week, 3 years ago, right? It was the thing that I want to explain to
On
you.
weekend.
And when we're talking about present, it is used to describe things that are happening right now or things that are continued, right? Yes? Do you understand this, guys? And what
yes.
happens when we tell a story? We tell a story using past or we tell a story using present?
using past?
Using past, right? Because if it is a story, it means that happens to you, right? So it means that it's in past. Let's continue then. And here we
Mister, can I
have,
read?
sorry?
Mister, may I read, please? May I
Okay,
read,
read,
Angela?
read.
Who? Mister.
Angela, we can hear you, Angela.
Okay. Present tense, the simple present, also called present simple or present indefinite, is a verb tense. We see it used to show repetition, how of generalization, less commonly.
Generalization.
Generalization.
Yes,
Mr.
yes, continue.
Less commonly. The simple present can be used to talk about scheduled action in the near future. And in some case, action happen now. Read of details describe
Yes.
and simple present exercise.
Okay, and then let's take a look at it at the part in where it says the simple present can be used to talk about scheduled action in the near future And in some cases, right, action, right,
Sir, can I have the
happening now.
other?
So here we have some examples, right? It says the simple present is just the base form of the verb, right? That we use the verb as it is, right? Questions are made with do and negative form are made with do not, right? You know all of this, guys. This is not new for you, right? Because when you are asking a question, right, you know that you have to use do, right? Or in
Yes.
case of third person singular, you have to use does. Yes, and in negative, right, you may say done and doesn't, right?
Yes.
Let's continue then. You
Or
speak
didn't.
English, right? Do you speak English? Do you do not speak English? These are the examples we have, right? And then simple present tense, right? So you know that when we're talking about
Well,
the third person singular, we have to add an s or an es to the verb, right? According to the case. Remember that we have some rules in order to use, right, plural nouns, right, or the ending of the verb, right? Like for example, if the verb finished in o with the letter o, you have to add es, and so on, right? We have some rules to this, right? And as I was explaining to you, we use does and does not, right? Or doesn't. Yes? Do you understand this
didn't.
part, guys? This
And
is,
we did or did not.
yes, this
And
part
we
is
did didn't.
pretty, yes, of course. And past is did or did, because we have to use just did. Here we have an example, right, on affirmative, question, and negative, right? And I'm gonna share this presentation, right, to the platform in order you to see it, right? If you have a question, but this is easy, right? So this is not something new for you because you all know all of this. Yes. Now we have past
I
tense.
learned that in first grade, Mister.
So here we have past tense. What happened with the past tense? Past tense shows that you are talking about something that has already happened, right? That is something that it was in the past that happened to you, right? Unlike the past continuous tense, which is used to talk about past events that happen over a period of time, the simple present tense, the simple past, sorry, emphasize that the action is finished, right? The action finished. Like for example, I took a shower. Yo me bañé, pero ya terminó la acción, ¿verdad? Entonces, it was in past. It is in past tense. Yes? Or like for example, I ate, right? I ate an apple, right? Yo ya me la comí, so the action is in past. Yes? And
I
also,
was
it is
I
important,
run
it is
I run,
important to
Mister.
mention, right, that we have different kind of verbs, right? We have regular verbs and irregular verbs, right? When we're talking about past. So the regular verbs, guys, we add to the verb ed, yes, at the end of the verb. But what happened with the regular verbs? They change completely, right? So here we have an example about a sentence in using past tense, right? We have Wolfgang admired the way the light, yes? We can observe here that we add ed to the verb at the end, and here we have ed to the end at the end, right? It is easy to identify the verbs, yes? Now, here we have, guys, a list of verbs, right, that we can use with past tense, right? As I mentioned, as I was mentioned to you, we have regular and irregular verb, right? And you will have as well this list in your presentation in order to you study, right, this topic. Yes? So guys, we will stop here. We will stop here because we have to work in the book. So I want you to go to page, what's the page?
175.
175. Thank you, Andrea. 175. Yes,
I am there.
is everybody in the page?
What page, Mr. 175? 175.
75. Is everybody in the page? Okay, so
Mr. 265 o 75.
75. 75. Yes?
This
So
page.
here we have some examples. Here we have some exercises, guys, that you have to develop, right? So let's read the instruction. Please, Gabriel. Could you please, Gabriel, read the instruction? Hurry up, Gabriel.
Mr.
Gabriel, could you please read the instruction in page 175?
Okay. Write the verbs in each sentence and tell whether they are in present or past tense.
Yes, of course. So what you have to do, you have to identify first if the sentence it is indicating a present or past. But you have to like take a look at it at the verb, right? Like for example, number one,
Mr. The
Miguel
first one
Alejandro, could you
is.
please read number one?
Mr. I think that the first one is.
Miguel Alejandro, I said Miguel Alejandro. Yes? Okay, Miguel Alejandro?
Pedro said how the New England colonies lived.
Lived. Lived is the last word in that sentence. So let's take a look at the verbs, right? And now tell me, in which tense is this sentence?
Past.
Okay, so first we have to write shirt, right? The word shirt or the verb shirt. And then next to this verb, we write a comma, and then we have to write if the sentence is the verb is in past or present. Guys?